What's up guys, you're welcome to another episode of our weekly forex market analysis. Today is another great day. Today is Monday, 8th of August 2022, and I pray this week is going to be a very profitable one for every one of us by God's grace. So let's look at what we have in the market and let's analyze them one after the other. From my analysis across all pairs, I think we don't have very clear path to trade for most of those currency pairs for now, but I'm going to take you through each and every one of them that I have on my watch list, and we are going to see what we think the market is going to do based on my own technical analysis. So if you have any alternative outlook or scenario, you can just comment in the chat. We are going to look at it. So if time permits me, I'm going to touch all the currency pairs that I have in red right here. But if time does not permit me, then I have to suspend them till tomorrow, because I'm going to be coming live tomorrow also. So that means I'm going to be live 4 times this week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I won't be available on Friday. I'm going to be on a long drive on Friday, so I won't be available to be online. I hope everyone can hear me across all platforms. Let me quickly check that on YouTube, TradingView, and Facebook. Alright, it's clear on YouTube. What about Facebook and TradingView? Let's see if it's clear right there also. I think we are live on TradingView also. I think everything is perfect now. So what's happening? It's not showing. So alright guys, let's start the analysis, because I don't want to use more than an hour right here. More than an hour because I have other things to do. Okay, so I want to start my analysis from USD today, or let me say the USD pairs generally. That's where I want to start from. I want to see what they are currently doing. Let's start the analysis from 4-hour time frame. From the 4-hour time frame, I don't know, maybe I should remove the background music. I think it's disturbing us. Yeah, let me silence it now. So if I think it's too boring, then I can put it back in. So here is the USD chart, guys. Let's look at it holistically from the 4-hour time frame. What I spotted here was I saw a nice impulse downward here, and there was a correction to the upside, and this correction failed to break the former high right here. So I can call this wave 2. Then we have another impulse downward, followed by another correction that failed to break above the former high. So if everything is as we thought, then this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and this should be, and this fall to the downside should be the wave 5. All right, that being said, now let's look at what has been happening from this very low. Zooming chart inner to see what exactly is happening from this very low here of the low of 0.94700. You notice that there is a big movement to the upside, then there's a correction and another move to the upside now. So we cannot conclude what is happening until we go into the lower time frame. Let's see. Here is 1 hour time frame, guys. So on the 1 hour time frame, what I analyze or I think is going to be happening is a high possibility that this is a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this is wave 5, and there may be a correction of 3, 3, 5, because this is an absolute 5 wave count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the first possible scenario. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I can say we have started another impulse to the upside. This is wave 1 and this is ABC correction, and I think the correction should be reversing any region here. So that is what I am anticipating, guys. So the invalidation level for this first scenario is going to be here. If market can break below here, then that analysis will fail to hold. That is one. The second way I want us to look at this USCHF analysis is this. It might be that what we are seeing here is just an ABC correction, starting from this low to this high. This might be A, this might be B, and ABC also. So we can call it W, and this can be X. This can be called Y. Alright, WXY. Then we now have an impulse that started wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, and 5. So that means the whole of this is a correction and will follow by impulse, and then this is another correction because it failed to break above the beginning of this impulse. Yes. So if that is the case, this will be wave 1, this will be wave 2, and then this should be what? Wave 3 to the downside. That is another way to look at this currency pair. Looking at USD, this will be 1, 2, 3, this will be 4, this could be 5. Then we see a bit of retracement upward. The market might continue to go lower and lower. So those are the two scenarios, two cases I'm looking at currently on USD. So any of them might come to pass. But if you ask me sincerely, what do you think you should do right here? I think we should wait. Let's see if there are going to be a clearer move during the day or tomorrow or before the beginning of the before Wednesday. Before I go, let me quickly check what is happening on the economic calendar. Let's see if we've got any high impact news that is coming up this week. Let's see if we've got Monday, I don't think there's anything tangible coming up anymore today. For tomorrow, we've got nothing tangible. On Wednesday, apart from this CPI Consumer Price Index, most of the time it denotes index of consumer prices. Connotes maybe there's inflation or not. 8.5%. There's an anticipation of no change, 8.5%. So that shouldn't be volatile then. So let's continue. Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, 12:30 on Wednesday. Consumer Price Index. That report is going to be released also. So what about Thursday? There's no high impact news on Thursday. Or Friday we have an high impact news for GBP that will be released as early as 6 o'clock in the morning, but it's not the final, it's just the preliminary. So it won't be that, it won't really impact GBP that much. 2 o'clock Kenyan Consumer Sentiment Index. That one is based on surveys. It's a survey of personal consumer confidence in the market for the United States of America. So that means this week is free of high impact news, and what this means is that there is a high possibility that market is going to obey technical big time this week. So if we can calm down and analyze each and every of the charts, we should be able to make nice profits this week, because we don't have high volatility news that we might think is going to affect our analysis. Alright, so I've analyzed USD CHF. Now let me analyze euro dollar, and let me say my own view about euro dollar. Oh, good. So for euro dollar, guys, I would like to start this analysis from the 4-hour time frame, so that we can have a bird's view and a larger outlook of what is happening there. Alright. One of the best trades I have taken this year is this euro dollar trade that I picked a sell position around here after the breakout of this channel. I gave the analysis even in my Signal channel, and the result was posted on the Facebook page, also Forex Trading Lab here. So that was the breakout of this correction. We saw it downward here, and then we were able to note this correction. Also, we identified it earlier. Actually, at first I thought the correction has ended here. We had a sell position here, which we closed there, and there was another zigzag to the upside, making WXY a complex correction that ended. After that breakout, we saw a massive pull to the downside, though I missed out on that push down. So that push down gave us 5 impulse, which I noted on the chart there. This is wave 1, this is wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this is wave 5 of that move. So ideally, after this impulse has happened, there should be a correction to the upside, and that correction should be like zigzag ABC. So market formed an impulse to this upside, and then we've seen a sideways move downward, and that was the correction. So the whole of this is my impulse, and this is my correction, and this is another impulse, and that impulse formed what we call an ending diagonal, guys. So it's an ending diagonal. Actually, we can look at this euro dollar analysis from another point of view. I've checked some other Elliot trade groups and experts, what is their view on euro dollar. Most of them thought that this correction is in form of a triangle. Some of them thought this is what is happening. Let me show you guys. They're like, this is A, B, C, D, and this is E. So they thought market has resumed the impulse right here, and this will be the correction, and it's going to go higher. But I beg to differ. I do not support this analysis. I have 2 major reasons for not supporting that analysis. Let me zoom in, guys, so that you can see what we are talking about perfectly. The first reason why I'm going to negate that analysis is because I went down to as low as 30 minutes, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minute time frame to spot this ending diagonal, and I'm very sure it's a 5 wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we see an ending diagonal like this, is either it is at wave 5 or is at wave C. So that tells us this is wave C. So if it's a triangle pattern, this ending diagonal should not be there. We should be having like an ABC. Although I agree with the fact that this is an ABC correction. I agree with that fact. So I do not agree with the fact that this is an ABC. This should be an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if that is the case, then the whole of this should be wave 1, and this should be wave 2. Then I'm expecting more fall to the downside here. So far, this former high has not been broken. This one here, this high right here is not broken. So when the market opened this morning and I saw market behaving as if it's bullish, what I did was that I measured the whole of this, my impulse, using my Fibonacci, taking my Fibonacci to measure this bearish move downward from this high to this low. I marked my 61.50, 61.8 and 50% Fibonacci level. That should be a very strong reversal zone, and that's exactly what the market is doing. Market is currently tending to reject the price level on the 4-hour time frame. So that gives me more confidence that there's a possibility that there's going to be a push to the downside if this my confirmation price level is being broken. So let's wait and see. That's entry confirmation. So let's see. Going lower to the 1-hour time frame. We are still analyzing euro dollar, guys. So what I'm thinking is that, okay, this is a correction. That's all what I'm thinking, nothing else. I'm seeing the whole of this as a correction, and there should be a breakout to this downside for euro dollar. So that is my analysis for euro dollars, guys. Let me see if there are any questions regarding this my euro dollar analysis online. I think there's any question yet. Alright, there's no question regarding that, guys. So now let's analyze the next pair on my radar. If there's no question about that. Yep. So I'm done with euro dollar analysis. I'm done with USD CHF analysis. Done with those analysis. Then let's look at Australia dollar. Okay. For Australian dollar, I could see some nice Elliot wave count on the 1-hour time frame. The whole of this I see as my wave 1 and this is my wave 2. Then starting from here, I can say this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. A bit of shallow correction with 4 and with 5. Then this is wave 3, this is wave 4. And this is another impulse, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. And this should be no, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make up with 3, wave 4 to the downside, and that was wave 5. Alright, that was nice. So ideally there should be a correction to the downside, minimum of impulse, move, yeah. So this can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have an ABC correction to the upside. So Let's wait and see. I think what's happening for Australian US dollar is we are having a flat pattern here. We have 3, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when that flat pattern completes here, then we label it as this first leg of correction is our A, this will be B, and this will be C. Then we should be anticipating that there's going to be a fall to this downside. So that fall might be in form of an impulse of correction. So that is that about Australian dollar. So that is an impulse to the upside. Let's anticipate for more push to this upside, because this is wave 1, this is wave 2, this is wave 3. There should be a correction of wave 4, and there will be a wave 5 to the upside. That is what I'm seeing on Australian US dollar, and I think it's similar to what is happening on New Zealand USD also. So on New Zealand USD also, we have starting from this high to this point, it's an impulse confirmed. 1, 2, the whole of this is wave 3, and this is wave 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making up wave 5. Good. Then you have an A, B, C scenario to the upside. That's a correction. Then ideally it should be followed by an impulse to the downside as continuation. But right here we have just wave 1, wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. So this looks more like a triangle pattern here, followed by a correction. This is A, B, C, D, E. So this is a breakdown right here. So if that is the case, triangle pattern does not occur anywhere except for wave B of a correction. So, or it should be at wave 4. So right now we can now conclude that this is another ABC here. A, B, and this is C. So if we have 3, we have 2 3s that has occurred already. This is the first 3, label it as our wave A, and we have another 3 here labeled as our wave B. Then there should be an impulse to the upside that will be our wave C. So far, and hopefully it's not going to break above this former the former high of around 0.63500 price level. So that's that for New Zealand USD. Quite similar to the analysis we have on Australian USD. Very, very similar to the analysis we have on Australian USD. So hopefully there's going to be an impulse move right there, then before we now see the move to the downside. Though at first I thought this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and it's going to be break downward, but no, I now see the clearer image of what is happening. Alright, that's New Zealand USD now, guys. Let's check gold. Gold has been so stubborn, anticipating a fall, but it has failed to do that. Let's see what we have in right there on gold. All right, now let's analyze gold, guys. Let's see what we have for gold. So let's see what we got for gold starting on the 4-hour time frame, guys. Let's see what's happening there. Perfect. So guys, as you can see, this is gold on 4-hour time frame. It's so clear that we have an impulse right here from this very low. This is wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3 ended here. This is a correction of wave 4, and the hope of this impulse to the upside is our wave 5. So after the wave 5 has completed, you saw this bearish move. The fall started from 1794 and right here. So the question now is, has this bearish fall, has this bearish move ended yet, or are we still going to see more fall to the downside? To answer that question, we have to go lower, so like 3 hours or 2 hour, or okay, 1 hour time frame then, to see what is happening better. So now here we are on the 1 hour time frame. Now we want to see what is happening there. So on the 1 hour time frame, we see that we have this impulse to the downside, and there's a high possibility that there's going to be a correction, and this is forming something like a flag, which we are anticipating that whenever it's complete, it might give an opportunity for us to sell to the lower time frame. So before we make that conclusion, let's quickly check out on 30-minute time frame to see if we can label these movements, if we can give them some Elliot wave count. All right, starting from this very high here, we are able to say, okay, we have an impulse right here. Okay, then the correction. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another wave 1, correction to the upside, wave 2, and these long candlesticks are wave 3. So now I'm going to 4-hour time frame again. Can you see on 5-minute time frame, I mean, there is no sign of correction here. The only first sign of correction was after this pull to the upside. So that is, without any argument, a correction. And this sideways move also is a correction. We saw the breakout to the upside, and this also is an ABC movement. So what we are just seeing now is another series of correction to the upside, which, if we are patient enough, we are going to be present when market is going to fall out. So what I will wait for is this pattern I drew. I'm going to wait for a break out of it and a retracement back there. Then I'm going to join the sell. Even, can you see where I put my confirmation level? Even if you want to be more conservative and not being aggressive, you can even wait for the breakout of 177 1.40 before you pick any sell position on gold. So guys, let's anticipate and see how gold is going to do. Actually, I already picked a small sell position on gold, hoping it's going to fall, but let's wait and see. I think it's currently obeying this chart pattern. If there is no breakout, we are not going to sell gold. So that is my take on gold, and that is what my trading plan for gold. So that's it. That's gold. And I don't think I've seen any alternative outlook to this analysis from other electric traders I have checked them. This is the end of wave 5, and this was very bearish. So let's see. Hopefully throughout this week gold is going to be bearish. But let's anticipate. Let's see how it goes. We won't be joining the sell position anymore until there is a clear breakout of this pattern right here. Right. So when there's a breakout, there's going to be a retest, then we are going to join the sell. So that's that for gold. Now GBP card, I have a buy recommendation on GBP card just because of the analysis I've had there since last 2 weeks or thereabout. So starting from this low, GBP card showed us a nice vibrant impulse. Wave 1, wave 2, the whole of this is wave 3, this is wave 4, and this is wave 5. Then it was followed by this correction, and this correction followed by the resumption of an impulse. And it gave us another opportunity to join this buy position by giving us another correction downward. The only reason why I'm still being skeptical about GBP card buy is the fact that when I looked at the 15-minute time frame, I saw that this is not a clear impulse. This more looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this might just be a correction, and market might see cool down a bit. So why don't I just wait and see how market is going to react to this GBP card move? So let me wait and see. So my confirmation level for GBP card buy should now be around 1.56576, where my stop loss is going to be below here or right here. So that is the plan I have for GBP card. Right now, I am about to trade the impulse after I have noticed that the correction, there is a nice correction here. There was a breakout of that parallel channel and there was a retracement. So let's see. It's either there's going to be more fall to the downside here, then we can join the buy, or there won't be any further fall and market might just start going up straight up. So those are the two possible scenarios for GBP card, Great Britain pounds against the Canadian dollar. So what other pair do I have on my watch list? Let me check it out. Oh, GBPUSD. Let's analyze GBPUSD and see what is happening or what is about to happen. Let's see. 4-hour time frame to make it clearer. 4-hour time frame to make it clearer. Got a message. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I was just trying to attend to some message I have right here. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. So now let's look at GBPUSD. Remove those drawings first. Let's have a nice view of what is happening, guys. Guys, this is GBPUSD. Now, something that is clear from these charts without even having any Elliot wave count or any pattern right there. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an impulse. So this is an impulse, a motive wave followed by a correction. This looks like another motive wave to the upside, like a leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So clear. Correction. Then we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. Yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is 1, 2, and 3. So this 1, 2, 3 can be also counted as A, B, C. So we have two options now. Either we count it as A, B, C, or we count it as 1, 2, 3. So now let's take from the first option. If it's option A, which is counting it as wave 1, 2, 3, that means this bearish move is if we are counting as A, B, C, I mean not 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, then this bearish move should be an impulse, or followed by a correction, and markets should continue to fall as low as 1.17628, right, to this very region. Now, what if it's the second option? If the second option, which is being 1, 2, 3, then the whole of this should be correction, which is wave 4, and then you see a push to the upside to give us wave 5. So based on these both possible options, that means we have to decide where we have to know what has happened right here from this very high to this low. We have to ask ourselves, is it a correction or is it an impulse? That is what is going to give us a clear outlook of what is happening. So now let's zoom in and see what is happening right here on maybe 2 hour or 1 hour time frame in this box. All these move right from here down here. So now let's look at this holistically from this point here. We have this to be impulse. It's just retracement, correction, go back, move up, down, and it's a bigger correction that shows the whole of this is completed. It's a bigger correction, move down here. Fine, and this was in form of 1, 2, 3. So for me, if you might ask me, this looks more like a correction, I think. Yes, it looks more like a correction. Now let's bring back all those tools. So from this very high, you could see that I've not yet put any electric count on it. So that means I'm not even sure what this movement has been from this high to this very low. So let's now assume the whole of that move is just a correction. Then there's going to be an impulse to the upside. But another thing that is making me to think otherwise is the fact that we have an ABC correction here, and ideally this is another ABC correction, and this is also an ABC correction. So how on earth will that be an impulse when we have like two ABC movements right here, ABC here, another ABC, another ABC? So what I thought is that maybe it's an impulse to the downside that is happening. So the whole of this should be wave 1, and this should be a correction of wave 2, and what is going to be followed by wave 3 to the downside. That is what I think is happening. So, and the defining point is where we are right now. The 56.1.8 Fibonacci level of this now very low. So let's wait and see what is happening there. So we cannot conclude yet on GBPUSD. Let's see if there's going to be a push down here, fine. And if there is none, I can't pick any buy scenario for GBPUSD yet. I can't pick any buy trade because it's a lot skeptical. If you can see an ABC here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so clear. And these are another ABC. These are another ABC. You taking a buy position GBPUSD is a very, very risky thing to do, especially if you know your trade count properly. So I'm not convinced yet. So I keep checking out. Let me see what's happening for the other ones we've analyzed. $0 trading that way. USD CHF is trading around the region. Australian USD still very much there. Australian USD also. Okay, as analyzed. They're all trading as analyzed. Alright, so what else do we have to analyze? Alright, let's look at these US oil and US 500. Let's see what's happening. Though I don't really have any analysis on them. I don't know why they are red. I don't have any analysis on them. But today's Monday, so everywhere is still a bit quiet. There's nothing much to say about most of these currency pairs. But since I'm going to be coming live tomorrow, so I'm glad I'm going to have another opportunity to discuss with you guys on other things I think we can trade, and on an update, just an update on whatever we discussed about today. So let's catch up tomorrow again at the same time, guys. I will be going offline now. So before I go offline, if there's any other question for me, my camera is off already. Why? Not charged. Alright guys, see you same time tomorrow. Let's call it a day now. Thanks.